Hi, I'm Lauren Selden. I'm professor of art, metalworking, and jewelry at Stephen F. Austin State University, and I'm here at the Cole Art Center in the Reevely Gallery, and I want to show you the Refined exhibition. This particular Refined is called Refined 23 for the year, and this is a biennial exhibition that we have been hosting at SFA since 1998, which is a remarkable feat. Every time that we host the Refined exhibition, we select a juror. And this year, we were lucky to have Frankie Flood, who is an artist, professor, researcher at Appalachian State. And Frankie was an exceptional person for this particular exhibition because he brings, from a technical standpoint, the use of historical techniques all the way to new technology, and he molds those things together so perfectly. He's also just a great guy, so we were happy to be able to spend time with him. So the application for this show for the students is why we continue to do it. And so the students before the exhibition, they come to the gallery space, they learn about packing and shipping, and then once our juror comes in, the juror gives a lecture presentation and also does a workshop and generally does studio visits with the students. And so these things are really important to our students, to have a professional stranger come in, show them other influences, show them new techniques, and then explain the way that contemporary craft has always been, that it's a master-apprentice style and there's so many different ways of making. This particular show has over 50 works from over 30 artists, and we're going to go around and show you some of the collections of the cases of work individually, so that then I can give you just a little bit more insight about those works. Frankie also had the impossible task while he was here of picking place winners, so we'll talk about those in a second. And then an exciting thing that we have this year that we haven't before is we have a People's Choice Award, which was available throughout the opening and will be available all the way until the end of the exhibition. So we won't know who won People's Choice for quite some time. I would say that from the opening, it was especially beautiful seeing the People's Choice because many of those viewers were people that were really early to writing and reading. And so we'd see little kids going around and writing the artist's name and the title of the work. And then they were so proud of themselves to be able to put those People's Choice in the box. So we're happy to have that. If you have a way of contacting me, if you can contact me by email and you want to slip a People's Choice in there after seeing the video, please feel free to contact me. And so now let's go ahead and look at the works individually. One of the things that we enjoy about having a juror who is an artist, we like to ask them to have their own work in the show as well so that we can see an example of the things that they're most known for. Frankie has two pieces here. One is this beautiful teapot, tea kettle that is iron, and he's again using all of the different types of things from new technology, from scanning to printing, and then he's using old technologies of iron casting. He's also using milling techniques and a variety of different materials, anodized aluminum and brass. And then we also are lucky to have one of his pizza cutters, which is especially the type of work that he's really known for. Frankie likes to make these forms, these gorgeous objects, but still make them functional so that you can cut your pizza with them. He has a history in working in prosthetics, as well as a lot of history in new technology. And here you can see how he takes all of those techniques and puts them together with the fine skill sets from the craft world. Here we see one of the three pieces from Kat Cole. This is a wall piece made with steel and vitreous enamel. And she especially shocked our students a little bit because she uses magnets to keep things together because it's steel, why not? But the students love that joinery. In this case, we have the most works together, 13 works by multiple different artists. We can see multiple works by Annika Smolvitz, which are silver, found wood, rose quartz, including many other materials, pearls. I think that this case is one of my favorites for material hunting. You can also see in Lisa Walsh's work, sterling silver, enamel, and copper. Rose Schlimmer has these beautiful sterling silver, enameled, china paint, graphite, and photo decals. And then Natalie Masaleo has her ode to the construction sandbag and construction equipment with her title, Hanging Sandbag. Phil Renato included work that is silver, titanium, and Delrin, also utilizing 3D printing and CAD and CAM in most of his work. And so it's nice to see that new technology in conjunction with things that are thousands of years old. So right next door we have Jordan Scott, who is doing copper, vitreous enamel, cubic zirconia, silver leaf, and hers is called Regalia of the Reef, looking pretty aquatic there. Also we have another Chelsea Rowe piece with reclaimed wood, recycled sterling silver, copper, and steel. And this is a brooch that we have kind of on an angle here. Finally, I'd like to talk about Be Like Water by Michael Gake. And this is a cast pewter vessel. This one was also one that was beautiful. When we pulled it out of the box, we explored it for quite some time, trying to figure out how it was made and what was the original design based off of. And then I want to read just a very short artist statement about the work by Dana Cagries. It is recycled watercolor paper, cotton, thread, and magnets. And I just wanted to mention her artist statement to just give a little bit of content to the work. This piece is part of a series in which a teacher explores the continuous influence that students have on teachers and the influence that teachers have on their students. These relationships seem to be never-ending in their reach and influence in lives of others. And as I mentioned before, Refined has multiple educators, multiple mentors and mentees in the show, so I thought that was a great artist statement to actually talk about a lot of the work that's in the show. This is one of two works by Courtney Starrett, and this particular work is rust print on paper, and it's printed from a steel pattern drawn by utilizing the demographic data of the 116th U.S. Congress. We have another one of those pieces on the other side of the gallery so you can see the actual steel work as well. This particular work, I also wanted to share the artist statement because it gives it some really great content. Marrying a maker is a constant creatively filled adventure. As part of our unity ceremony, we stamped both of our maker's marks onto the hand-forged dessert forks, which we then used to eat our wedding cake. So flatware and building silverware is a prominent portion of our field, and I was excited to see these included in the exhibition as well, and a beautiful reminder about marriage to an artist. So in this display, again, we have a variety of works from multiple artists, and we can see an array of techniques being used in an array of materials. So we have works that have been formed and forged. Especially, I'd like to talk about this piece by Terrence Lavin, which includes brass, bronze, cast glass, a patina, and peridot. This particular work, you could look at it from every angle and you keep finding little surprises in there, which you'll also see throughout the case. There's just so much detail in these small works, and we're able to see the vast array of techniques used in the field. Here we have Haley Bates' work. Haley was awarded 3rd place by Frankie Flood. And this is Argentium silver and pecan wood. These are stunning, all hand-formed and fabricated, Argentium fused, and you can see that beautiful handle with the pecan wood there. In this case, we have multiple artists showing different techniques and different materials again. There's a Jill Baker Gower piece in the corner with gold and Argentium. And then we have a Kat Cole, another one of the pieces that she has in the show. Chelsea Rowe and Maggie McKenzie as well. Maggie's title is Critiques Are Rough, so that's a really clever piece, and you can see the little fabricated Kleenex box, so I'm guessing I know what Maggie is thinking there. I'd also like to share the artist statement from the work Holding Together by Cappy Kennard and Karen Ernst. They received second place in the exhibition, and their artist statement says this: Holding Together, a collaboration by Cappy Kennard and Karen Ernst, is about our shared journey as mothers, teachers, and most importantly, friends. We choose to make vessels because they exist at the intersection of giving and receiving, the place we occupy day to day in all our given roles. This work by Ana Lopez is rooftop garniture louvers. If anybody knows Ana's work, you know that she's obsessed with making louvers. And so these are all hand fabricated forms, that didn't exist previously. They started as sheet metal. And then she uses vitreous enamel as well. And she has roofing material in the pedestal as well to give you some reminder about these forms that we live with every day that are created out of metal. This is the partner piece to the print that we previously saw from Courtney Starrett, and it is a forged water jet cut steel basket form created by utilizing statistical data of the ethnicity and gender of the members of the 116th Congress, processed through a custom code to generate a drawing. Digital drawing was then further refined for digital fabrication and hand forging. In this case, we see two works by Paige Van Doren, and we also see another work from Dana Kagries that we had seen at work in a previous case. I'd also like to talk a little bit further about the two beautifully patinated vessels from Daryl's Ewalt. These are created out of copper, bronze, and patina. They're angle raised formed and fabricated, and the colors are achieved with the chemical patina process. This was awarded the first place by Frankie Flood, our juror. Whenever we took these forms out of the box, there was a pretty massive gasp from all of the students and myself, because they are stunning in person, and there's so much to look at, and they do seem impossible to build. Even though we know that they were built by a human, it's questionable. They're beautiful. Here we have another Kat Cole work, a wall piece created with steel, vitreous enamel, and acrylic. This is where we first discovered her brilliant magnetic connections. In this case, we have work from multiple makers again. Edward Lane McCartney has the beautiful chalice piece in the center. We also have another Natalie Masaleo piece with the sandbag works, the 3 bags down work. We have Clayton Sally with the untitled bracelet. Rose Schlimmer. This is the second of the pieces from Rose that we've seen with vitreous enamel, sterling silver, China paint, and tourmaline. And then I'd especially like to talk about a couple of the works, one from Clayton Sally, which is bronze. And this bracelet was created and designed with computer-aided design software, 3D printed, then cast into bronze. It's inspired by the Islet series by Professor Doug Bucci. The fork is by Gavin Hamlin, created out of brass. Again, we see a variety of materials throughout this show. Terrence Lavin's bracelet piece includes silver, nickel silver, copper, garnet, enamel. And so we can also see this beautiful piece of mokume gane running through it. The work by Holland Hudek, Device 86, includes hand-fabricated copper, piercing, crystals, powder coating, and patina. This is another work that the moment that it came out of the box, we had quite a few gasps. I always love seeing this work, and we've had this artist multiple times in the Refined exhibition. The stone setting is mesmerizing. Here we have 3 works from Harlan Butt, renowned artist in vitreous enamel. And we were so excited to see all of these really new works for the first time in person. Lee Hardy also has work in this case, including fabricated and hydraulic press brass and copper, vitreous enamel, patina, wood, epoxy, putty, deer hair, plastic, and micro hardware. I would be certain that if enough kids got their vote in on People's Choice, there were a lot of people running over to write down Lee Hardy's name. So I look forward to seeing what happens in a month. Thank you for viewing this video, and please look at the School of Art website for more information.